So how well do you deal with the frustration when your computer wants to put updates on your system? This morning, I was trying to get this thing done. The computer's running slow, and I thought, okay, I got to shut this thing down. Well, of course, it had a boatload of updates and said I got 31, in fact. And so, okay, let's go through that process. I wanted a quick reboot, and it took a long time. And I was preparing for this and to release this word, and it felt very clear to me then, Stephen, you're no different than this computer. So Stephen Johnson reporting out once again from the flight deck and the Freedom Outpost last night. We talked about the tsunami wave of change that is upon us. We're all experiencing it. But the question is, when this comes and the change comes, are you allowing God to use it so that it is encountering you, exposing the things, and actually then encouraging and elevating you? Or is it going to come where you're embarrassed because of what's exposed about you, and you're actually expelled out of the things that God would have for you? We looked at King Saul and King David because, to me, they are a direct correlation to that. And part of the difference is that David would spend that time getting updates from the Lord. He would be connected into his presence. And David specifically had this deep, deep passion about the Word of God. I believe we're in a time now where that's going to become an increasing focus because that allows that Word to penetrate and percolate in your mind and actually affect your vision of all the things that you're seeing. Saul could see things in a certain way, but then would interpret them incorrectly and would act incorrectly out of it. David could see the same things and know how to walk aligned with the purposes of God. It's ultimately why God has to withdraw from Saul and choose another. We're in a time now we're going to see increasingly people who have a heart of Saul are going to be exposed. There'll be leaders both in government and in the church and in other places. But the hearts will be exposed and all will see it. Others, like Jonathan, like David, will be raised up to move forward in the new thing. But we have to be willing to take the time to let the download come. It's a little bit frustrating, but it's completely your choice. Are you going to set aside time to get the updates you need so you can function in the new environment with the tsunami of change? My computer wasn't doing that upgrade just to frustrate me or to try to hurt me, I hope. It ultimately was responding to other changes that are out in the environment. And the designers of the software know that as good as my hardware is, it needs new revelation, new information so that I can move forward effectively and not be vulnerable to the viruses and the other things that are going on there. God has a plan for you in the same way, but it's contingent on whether you will seek his face, press into his word, and let the downloads and the upgrades and the updates take place in you.
And now it's like an army. Its entire war breaks out. And even then, I will be confident.